Before you even think about buying a home, what if I told you that that dream home could end up coming with a nightmare of monthly payments? I'm talking taxes. Yes, property taxes. These things can quietly add hundreds of dollars to your monthly payment, and most buyers don't even realize it until it's too late and they're already under contract. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how these taxes affect your monthly payment and how you could end up avoiding being blindsided. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you're interested in learning about buying, selling, you need help, I'd love to be a resource for you and help you out. I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. Contact me directly here or go in the description and use one of the methods I have listed below. Okay, so first, a quick breakdown of your monthly mortgage and what it consists of. You're gonna have your principal, you're gonna have the interest, of course, you're gonna have insurance for your home insurance that's on there, and then you're also gonna have that good old taxes that are on it as well. And most of you, most buyers, they're focused on the principal and interest because that is the initial estimated amount that you're gonna get from a lender for whatever your budget is. If it's $450,000, your monthly payment is going to be principal and interest. Now, the thing that really tax on, like the home insurance, it's going to be a pretty good ballpark estimate from your lender as far as that goes. The taxes, that could vary greatly depending on a few different factors. And these factors, they're not standard. None of them are. It's based off of location, location, location. You guessed it. So dependent upon the city or the township, what's the school district like? That's all going to affect your property taxes. School districts being the big driver to the property taxes. And it's going to come from your levies, everything else. Now, you may have one city that, is much higher than the next. Or townships, for instance. Townships, you're paying nothing but your property taxes. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes the rate is going to be higher in townships because there's no city income tax that is coming from that as well. But just keep in mind that every city is different, every area is different, and it's all about that location, location, location. Now, as far as these online calculators go, those a lot of times can be a trap because they're gonna go based off of a national average, and it's going to be like the lowest tax amount possible. So unless you know the actual percentage of the taxes in the area that you're looking, you're not gonna get an accurate number. The best thing that I can advise to you, if you're financing whatever house you are looking to purchase, talk to the lender. Give them the address. Myself as an agent, there's been times because I focus on the stuff like taxes, your HOA, there's been times where I've reached out to the lender and I have said to them, hey, get a monthly payment breakdown for this property at the list price. And they can put in the property taxes to the penny. The insurance, they're gonna estimate. And they're gonna estimate higher, so it could be a little bit less because it's always better to come back and say that you owe a little less than saying, hey, you owe a little more. But they can give you the exact amount. Now, if you're financing, my advice to you is to go on the county auditor site and either pull the research yourself or just give them a call and say, hey, here's this property. We just want to know what is the monthly tax rate that's on it. And they can give you current data because what I get in the MLS, it's going to be from the previous year. So it could be skewed a little bit and it might not be up to date because of what causes taxes to change. And one of them is reassessment of the home value. That's going to happen every 3 years in the state of Ohio. Every counter is reassessing the property value. So every 3 years, your property value is pretty much increasing. That's 99% of the time. it's going to go up every 3 years, so your property taxes are going to keep raising. The other one is going to be, school levies, city levies, township levies, whatever's being passed. Brunswick is building a brand new fire station. That got passed. So all Brunswick residents, we had to pay X amount of dollars extra each month for, whatever amount of year. I don't even remember how long it was going to go. But that all adds in to the taxes and goes up. So stuff that I'm looking at today that's on the MLS, it's not current 2025 taxes. It's what was the taxes in 2024. So everything that has gone into place has completely changed for 2025. So your best bet, contact the lender if you're financing, and if you're not, go to the county auditor and find out exactly what the monthly taxes are on that property. Now, a little pro tip for you with your tax amount. New builds, completely different. On average, it takes about the first 3 years before you get your first full tax amount. But your new construction, it's basically going to be going off of the land value. And then the year after that, it's going to increase a little bit. The year after that, it increases more. And then typically by that third year, you're going to have your full assessed value. But whatever it is, just plan on, the rule of thumb is always at least double of whatever that first year is. Double that. That's going to end up telling you exactly where your taxes are going to be at, plus minus. But again, the best bet, if you are building new, go on the auditor website and just find out what the tax amount is for the assessed value. And your assessed value is going to be put in by the builder after the construction's all done, and eventually your taxes do catch up. So you may have, $2,000 the first year, and then your property taxes for the next year is $4,000. Then before you know it, you're up to $5,600 by that third year. And it's kind of like a shock and awe, because every single year you keep seeing your monthly payment go up, and you're like, what the hell is going on? That's what's going on, is because they're going based off of land value, and it's a gradual increase over the first few years. Now, to just give you a quick example, I just went on the MLS. I looked at 2 different homes. They're similar in size, similar in property. One's in Brunswick, one's in Medina. The one in Brunswick is priced at $495. The one in Medina is priced at $485. The one in Brunswick has a little over $6,300 taxes every single year, which comes out to about $528 every single month. The one in Medina is around $4,400 per year, and it came out to $368 every single month. So there's a difference of about $140 per month between the two that are very similar homes. $10,000 difference. They both have some good updates. Like I said, very similar homes. 2 different locations, $140 a difference between the two. The one is adding $528 a month on top of your principal and interest, where the Medina home is adding $368 a month for your principal and interest. That's how big of a difference things can be. And I chose Brunswick and Medina because they are in their backyard. They're butted up to each other. So something that is, just a mile away, a couple miles away, could make that big of a difference on a monthly payment. Which is why you want to make sure that you find an agent that is like me, that's going to focus on those things that you don't think about. Because every buyer I've worked with, -2, they pay attention to what the house looks like, what's the price. And that's okay. I don't blame them for that. I did it when I was searching for a house, and the majority of you are going to do the same thing. You're not really paying attention to what is the tax amount. So make sure you're working with an agent that's paying attention to that, and make sure you have a lender that you can always contact, not, the banker hours of things. You want that lender to be on standby when you need them and get those answers of what that's going to be. And if you don't know how to go through the auditor website, because some people don't, have your agent do so. I've done it for my clients where I've said, hey, this is the tax amount that is assessed for, you know, this county as far as like property taxes go for the city. And then I basically give them the tax amount, like the numbers that stuff is, and I let them do the actual math of stuff, because if I make a mistake, that's completely different. I don't want to make that mistake, and, you know, especially when it's not my profession to do so. But I do go, you know, above and beyond, like I said, but you just got to make sure somebody is in your corner and has your back and just kind of points that out, like, hey, did you notice the taxes? Because I've seen some homes that are 2,000 square foot around Northeast Ohio, and they'll have $12,000 a year in taxes, which is crazy. And they'll be sitting on like 0.2 acres of a lot. Ton of money extra every single month to add on to principal and interest. And we're in a time right now where, you know, budgets are tight. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. If you got any value from it, be sure to smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. If you need help with buying or selling, I'd be honored to help you out. I got people just like you reaching out to me every single week. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the methods I have listed there. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on my future videos I got coming your way.